So where we left off on the last part of the video, we're going to produce a cover to cover these two boxes in, and using the largest box, leaving the small box behind, what you do is you get a piece of card, because I'm using big card I'm going to show you on a big piece of card, make sure which way it's up, and then just put the box on like so and measure 2mm all the way around, 2mm, 2mm. You can use it as a template because it's 2mm and 2mm, and then draw a line around it, and you end up then in this position after you've cut it off, where you've got a 2mm line all the way around the box, apart from the front end, because that's flush up to the front of the card, like that. And then just draw a line around the box and then add on 2mm and then cut it off. And once you've cut it off, you'll end up with that. So that's the case base for one side. They're both the same size, so you don't need that box anymore. So all you need is this box to put on your card and cut around to make the second part. So once you've got the second part, you've now got the base for the box, the case base. And we need a central portion for the centre of the back, and I'll just get one of my old ones out. I should have had this already. So what we're going to do now is we're going to produce this bit here, which is the bit there. It's the same, exactly the same type of box you're going to build here. So we're going to build this bottom half, and then you can see where the two top halves go. Okay, that'll give you some idea. I'll put that to one side. So once you've done the two sides, you then offer a piece of card up to the side of the box, all of the box, and just go slightly over, measure it slightly over like that, and then cut it to size, remembering to cut it to size of the outer board, not this, to cut it to the size of the outer board. So all you've measured is the height and a little bit. So I'd add a millimetre on the height, just add a millimetre, and that'll give you plenty of room inside the box. And then draw a centre line down it and put it on your covering material, whatever you're going to use. I keep saying buckram, but this is a piece of buckram, and you can see it's got a cloth material, whereas this is not cloth, it's actual paper. So this is actual buckram I'm using here, and I'm going to use that for the central portion, which I'll show you in a moment. So that's all we do, and then what we do is I usually put it on a piece of paper, the piece of paper you're going to use, and then draw an inch all the way around and cut it, mark it and cut it. And then what you do, I've got the markings on here to show you how it goes. So that's the central part there, and that's the tips of the centre, and you won't be able to see that once the card's on, so I've drawn the line down the card to show you there, and you can see that that is absolutely central with the top and the bottom, like so, and the height is right. and then you lay the cards on, and you need about 1/4 of an inch. I usually use 4 bits of card stuck together, 4 twos. That gives you 8mm. And if you make one of these, if you're going to make a lot of these, you might as well make one of these. And you put it on like that, and you draw a line. I've drawn it with a white pencil. You draw a line down right to the bottom, like so, and then you put your card on, like so. These are all these markings are just to show you wouldn't ordinarily do all this. And then you can draw a line around the outside to mark it if you want. And these are your offcuts. And if you've got a 4mm or 2mm card stuck together, which I always have, or about 1/8 of an inch, just put it on the corner, like each corner, and then just draw a line down where you're going to cut it, and do it on each corner, so on, so on. And it's quite simple to do this. And you do the same on the other side, and once you've done that, and the book is glued up, this will quite happily fit into your box like that. And there you can see there's enough room around to protect the box from the cover, like there is on that one, like so. And that's what we're trying to achieve in the end, the final thing. Okay, so what it will do now then is just glue this all together. And I'll stop there, and then the next part you'll see is that we're going to lay the bit on, middle bit first, glue the middle bit, glue the sides, check with your thing that they are actually fitting in between where you want them to fit. Always check, make sure that everything is tickety-boo and lined up, and then glue that piece up, glue that piece up. So I'll stop there and then we go on to the gluing up in a minute. Okay, well, I'm just going to glue up now, so I'll lay the centre piece in first. I've done all the cuttings and bits we were going to do, so I shall do the middle piece first, glue that up. It's not as hot as it was, but it's quite warm today still. So I'm going to ensure that I've got glue all over the place on the back of the card, not all over the place. Well, I do get it all over the place as well, nevertheless. So I'll stick that on, ensure it's central. Okay, that's looking pretty good, and I'll ensure that it goes in well at the back. This is terrible stuff for gluing up, it really is. See, it's bubbling already. But when it's on, it looks very good. I don't like the qualities of it, the handling qualities, but what it looks like when it's actually on is quite good. I'm quite pleased with the final outcome. Okay, well there's the spine in. Now we'll put side one in, glue that up. I'll get me, just to check everything, although I have got it marked. This is what runs away with the time, gluing up. I'd like one of them rollers that they use, but I can't seem to find one. I can find big ones, but not the small ones that they use. There must be some somewhere, but I haven't seen them on the net anywhere. And I must be putting the wrong thing in to find them. Okay, put that on. Not happy with that. Okay, that's level. And just check up and down that it's there we go. Turn it over. Give it a roller. Oh, it's paper. Terrible paper, this. It just won't, it just will not settle down. Okay, let's do the other side then. Sorry I keep going out of shot. All I'm doing is gluing up, that's all. I'm trying to make sure I get enough on the ends, corners and things. It's terrible stuff to stick. Okay, good enough. I'll just ensure that's in at the other side. Give it a quick roll in. Any other paper would have stuck, you could have been going home by now. I just won't let you. Anyway, I'll stop there while I'm doing this anyway. I'm not going to keep it.